This is a human, compared to the Earth, compared to the solar system, and finally compared to our home galaxy, the Milky Way. Crazy, right? What if I told you there was a void that could fit in 1,500 Milky Ways? And that's only the smallest void in this video. But first of all, what are voids? To understand them, we must first know the different types of spaces in space. The smallest one being interplanetary space, which is the empty space between planets in a solar system. Next comes interstellar space, which is the empty space between solar systems. For example, the space between our solar system and the closest solar system to us, also known as Alpha Centauri. To put the absolute size of this space into perspective, it would take us 4.25 years to reach Alpha Centauri. But that is if we traveled at the speed of light, which is currently impossible. Even with our most advanced technology, we would only be able to travel at 1,000th of the speed of light, which means it would take us 81,350 years to reach Alpha Centauri. Mind-blowing, right? Well, here's where the fun really begins. Finally, we have intergalactic space. To give you an idea on their insane size, the intergalactic space between our galaxy, the Milky Way, and the closest galaxy to us, known as the Andromeda Galaxy, is 2.5 million light-years. Even if we were to travel at the speed of light, it would take us 2.5 million years to reach the Andromeda Galaxy. So basically, it's impossible for us to ever reach it. You are probably thinking that there's no way there is a space larger than this, right? Well, you are wrong. Voids. The main topic of this video are basically intergalactic spaces that are abnormally large, and by abnormal, I mean it. The smallest void in this video is approximately 60 times larger than the intergalactic space between the Milky Way and the Andromeda Galaxy. Voids are simply said, monstrously huge empty areas in space. Well, they are not actually completely empty, they just contain so few galaxies that they might as well be. And by few, I mean very few. Have a look at this image. You can't see anything in this area, can you? Well, that's a void. To give you an idea on how big and terrifying voids actually are, we discovered the existence of other galaxies in 1923. But if we place the Milky Way in the center of the Boots void, more commonly known as the Great Nothing, which we will discuss later, we would have only discovered the existence of other galaxies in the 1960s. Now you are probably wondering, how do these terrifying voids that are the size of galaxies, thousands of galaxies actually, even exist? Voids in space form because of the expansion of the universe. As the universe expands, matter gets spread out, creating vast empty regions known as voids. Basically, imagine the expansion of the universe like blowing up a balloon. Imagine dots on the surface of the balloon to represent galaxies. As you blow air into the balloon, it expands, and the dots move away from each other. Huge spaces between the dots are known as voids. Now, back to what you came here for. The smallest void we are going to discuss in this video is the Ursa Major void, which is located in the constellation Ursa Major. Well, I said smallest, but it's actually big enough to fit this many bananas. Oh wait, I forgot to multiply it by 150. I know you're probably tired of this by now, but even the Ursa Major void is just a tiny ant compared to the next one, aka the Boots void, also known as the Great Nothing, as I said earlier. This monstrously large empty space is located near the constellation Boots, and it is a mind-blowing 330 million light-years wide. Yes, you heard me correctly, the Boots void is 2.2 times larger than the Ursa Major void. By the way, here's a little hint. The largest void is 12 times larger than the Ursa Major void, and it's called the Eridanus supervoid, which stands at 1.8 billion light-years wide, a whopping 5.5 times larger than the Boots void. To give you a better idea on the actual size of the Eridanus supervoid, imagine this scenario. In the year 6900, humanity has technology thousands of times more advanced than now, and they have finally invented warp drive and gained the ability to travel at the speed of light, like the ones from Star Trek and Star Wars. Well, it's still completely useless, as it would take 1.8 billion years for us to traverse the Eridanus supervoid. And we all know absolutely no one is surviving that long, even with possible technologies like cryosleep. That's it for this video. I hope you found my video entertaining and enjoyable. See you in the next video and peace out.